Over about the past year or so, we've started to see a few failures of thrust bearings in these Ford engines. Now, this is not necessarily even engines that we've done, we're just hearing about it, through the grapevine. And what we're finding is that guys with fairly high stall speed converters or else trans brakes are putting so much pressure onto the back of the thrust of the crankshaft that they're starting to wear out. Now, with Fords, it's kind of interesting. From 1999 onwards, they reduced it from a 360-degree thrust bearing, which is obviously full circle, down to 180 degree by only using thrust in the block half of the engine. Now, as Ford obviously hadn't had any problems with them over the years, that was fine. They've probably done it as a cost-saving measure, whatever. But since the the high stall converter thing and the big turbos and all the rest of it have come into play, the end thrust is so substantial that we've had to make a quick and simple little mod just to be able to sort it out. So what we do is the original cap for number 5 has all the machining in it to accept the bottom cap. However, it doesn't fit straight in because of the bearing nips. So all we do is we just get another cap, we modify, remove the bearing nip, and then we machine some little grooves, oil feed grooves from the oil slot, which feeds the bearing. So it just runs across to the thrust area, so oil pressure can feed straight across there and lubricate the front face of the bearing, or the rear face, depending on which way you want to look at it. So then, instead of using a plain type bearing like that in the number 5 cap, we discard that, we put one of these in, which is the full thrust, put it in, which fits straight in, which is really great. And then with that being in the block and that being in the cap, you've now got full 360 degree thrust bearing capacity. And with our little oil feeds that we machine in there, we've obviously got pressurised oil feed going straight to the face that needs the lubrication. Since we've been doing that, we've had no problems, touch wood.